So first, we will have a few keynotes. We will hear more about Médecins Sans Frontières from Mario, our host tonight. Very much looking forward to that as well. We will hear more about CVA, of course, and the new vision that will be tackling next week. Then also we will hear a bit more about Ethos Foundation and then dive directly into the first panel. Then we have a break to clear the head, discuss and get ready for the second panel. Now, before we start, we have a few announcements. Now, everything you need is in walking distance, meaning we have water in the back, we have coffee and everything outside, or bathrooms, whatever you need is right outside. Then, tonight is also the day we are launching our new report. More about this in a second by our dear co-chair, Carmen. Then I would like to have our other co-chair, Michele, here to give some personal updates. And come up front now, our co-chair, and also Carmen, please, because I think it's good to have our two great and amazing co-chairs here on stage. Please, co-chair.
Yeah, thank you very much for coming. And yeah, we have an important change in the working group. So basically, Carmen, which has been the main horsepower of the working group for the last 2-3 years, bring a lot of reports, actually also project with EIT on education, online education, and publications and events, has to take a different direction. And unfortunately, we will have less time to dedicate to CVA, but we are really grateful for what she has done. Thank you very much, Carmen. On the other hand, yeah, it's like the yin and yang. You always have the good thing as well on the other hand. So we have Stephanie that similarly, she was contributing a lot to the working group in the last 1-2 years. Welcome, Carmen, and welcome, Stephanie, and afterwards, maybe I will detail a bit more on the activity of the working group and the objectives for the year. Thank you. Or now, yeah. Yeah.
Thank you. Now, that was it with the administration part and the news. And now, our opus magnum, really almost 200 pages. Our amazing report, and really the driving force behind this is Carmen. And Carmen, I'm happy to give you the mic to share a few snippets and a trailer about this great report that went live today.
So this was not planned necessarily, but since we we have the QR code, I'm not sure in the back you can actually scan it correctly. You will see the executive summary, 26 pages. And then if you're really interested and impressed, you can have the entire 181 pages. What are we talking about in this report? We're talking a lot about the things you will hear in these panels, especially in the second panel. So we look at data management, the health data management in healthcare, of course, and how can we decentralize parts of it through the AI model development. So from data collection, data storage, data processing, inference, decentralized inference of models, DAOs or decentralized governance. So we try to understand through use cases and interviews with experts and a bit of desk research, not too much, what works, what doesn't work in decentralized health data management. Don't worry, we're not too late. It's a very, very emerging field. We were able to find 10, 15 case studies that are really interesting. Some of them we discussed today. And if you're interested about federated learning and DAOs and decentralized storage, again, in healthcare, please have a look at what we identified in this report, which we're launching today. And that's it. Thank you, Stephanie.
Thank you very much, Carmen. Yes, I got the producer directions to actually stand in front of the camera. Good point. And now, thank you also, Carmen. We are very proud of our monster, as we call it. And now, Monsieur le Président, please, the stage is yours to speak a bit more about the Crypto Valley Association and your vision.
Hello, yes, good. Okay, thank you very much. So, first of all, as this association is really run by volunteer, I really want to say thank you, Carmen, for all your work, because I know how much demanding could be being a co-chair of the association, and yeah. You know, the association will be always open. If you want to come back as an active role, you'll be there. If not, you will always be a member, of course. And thank you, Stephanie, for taking the next step. And congrats for the report. Looking forward to read it. Yeah, my name is Jerome Bailly. I'm the new president of the Crypto Valley Association. But I've been in this association for almost forever. 2018, 7 years ago when I first joined. I remember the first things I did was create the Western Switzerland chapter, which is the local representation of the CVA in Romandy, because you might know that everything started in Zug, and then this valley grew over the whole country until up to here in Geneva. And yeah, after a few different roles now, I'm happy to lead this great association. For those who don't know, just a few slides on the association that I hope might give you the motivation to join us. So yeah, we say we are a blockchain and crypto ecosystem in Switzerland, but also, let's say, worldwide, we one-third of our members are already abroad, and thank you. And as we represent Switzerland, but we also represent Switzerland abroad and try to attract talents, funds to help fuel the crypto growth in Switzerland. So it's been created back in 2018, as I said, out of Zug, and now representing the whole country. So what are our missions? First of all, the first one might be to connect each other, connect all the stakeholders of this industry, being entrepreneur or clients or user or any type of people. So yeah, networking is clearly one key pillar for CVA, being on-site networking during events like this one, or big events like the conference we organize every year, but also online, because we have an online platform, an online portal, and several private online chats for different groups to help connect, but also collaborate within the working groups. So today this event is organized by the sustainability working groups. You will see that we have 10 different working groups where the real added value is created. So that's why I always thank the active member, because without you, the association will be clearly nothing. Innovation, yeah, I would say 2/3 of our members are startups. And we are here to help the startup grow. Advocacy is something that it's something new for us, because in the past we didn't really need to do some lobbying because everything was doing pretty good in Switzerland when it comes to regulation. Now you might have heard that we don't have tailwind anymore, it's more headwind, so that's why we are stepping up, representing the whole industry via regulator and government. And by the way, there is a public consultation open for now 2.5 months, still running, where we have a working group dedicated to that public consultation. The Federal Council has proposed a few new laws to be applied to crypto, and we think that not all of them are good. So now we have a core team which is working to answer the public consultation. If you have anything that you want to share with them so that we can represent you, don't hesitate to connect with us. There is, by the way, an email which is consultation@cryptovalley.swiss, where anybody can suggest their topics to be raised. So that's the last point for the advocacy, like more the lobbying in Bern with the FINMA, the CIF, and all the government. The working groups, 11, not 10, 11. So as I said, maybe that's the most important part of the association. When you join us, usually pick one or more. If you have a different interest, you can join, first listen what's going on, and then actively work with us on the different topics, and be also an active member. So you see, we kind of represent very different topics with these 11 groups. The chapter, keep in mind this one, because we are in Geneva. I think most of you live in Romandie, so that's for the French-speaking area. I think Olga. Yeah, I've seen Olga. She's the co-chair of the group, and we will announce shortly that we will grow this group specifically in Geneva to have more event in Geneva, local event. So, what does this group do? So you've seen the report that you just announced. Each of this group produce regularly, on a regular basis, some reports. The sustainability working groups produce a lot of reports. Congrats, maybe the most compared to the other. But the education working group also here produce the yearly CVA research journal. These are the more regulatory position for the FINMA. This one was interesting because, in fact, we made the FINMA change their mind when it comes to staking. This one, the proof of stake, and now, yeah, there is the stable coin, which is a big topic of the new consultation. So, yeah, we produce papers, but we also produce events like tonight, on-site events. So overall, I think we have roughly maybe around, let's say, 50 events yearly, which could be online events, meetups, to conference. Let's focus on the big one, so the flagship event. If you've never been in Zug for the Crypto Valley conference, you should attend. So it's the longest running crypto conference in Europe, starting in 18. The only year that we missed, of course, was 20 with the COVID, but every other years we have done this conference, 2 days, more than 1,000 attendees in Zug, in the heart of the Crypto Valley, with interesting, of course, panels, keynote speech, but a lot of networking opportunities with the famous, for example, the famous boat cruise that we do at the closing. Some numbers, let's say. We have in total more than 200 corporate members, meaning companies, from startups to large company, and individual members, because you can be a member as yourself, individual, or if you have a company, or if you want your company to become a member, of course you can and get more visibility for your activity. This is very important because I didn't mention, but this is a non-profit association, non-governmental, totally independent. We did not get any francs from public money, so we are just here thanks to the members who pay their membership every year and makes all the activity that I presented possible. So it's easy to. These are the top 50, maybe in terms of size. So you can see a lot of Swiss brands, but not only, also international brand, which is a proof that this association is recognized worldwide. So all this company are corporate members, and mostly they make possible that we organize all of this. So thanks to them again. This is the team, so the board on top, and also especially the executive team with Nikki, Saskia, and Giovanni, because they are employed by the association, so they really do all the work that we need. All the other members, being co-chairs and also board members, we are all volunteer. That's why we really do our best. And but by the way, we will grow the executive team. It will be announced in a few days that we hire 2 people because we felt we needed more horsepower to follow the growth of the association. So you can join us. Here are the membership fee, which, by the way, did not change since the beginning. So no inflation on the fees. You can see that you can join starting 100 francs per year as an individual, and if you are a company, it's divided in tiers, mostly with the size and number of employees. So that was my last slide. I hope that you can join us if you are not already a member. Plenty of CVA members here. Don't hesitate to talk to us during the breaks so that we can give you and answer your question. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Jerome. And also briefly from my side, welcome Olga. I didn't see you sneak in the back, but of course it's an honor having also the head of the Geneva chapter here. This is wonderful. Now, Michele, would you like to say a few words also about the sustainability working group? And Olga, if you would like to join and say a few words about, I mean, we are in Geneva. If you want to have like an elevator pitch here, briefly say some words, it would be nice to have you here as well. Just a few words and greet you here as well.
Thank you, Stephanie. So when it comes to the sustainability working group, we have a wide range of different activities because, you know, by definition, somehow sustainability can be a very broad term. And, you know, how we mean it, it's more from the perspective that there's a positive impact, not just from a financial perspective. So, I mean, Jerome was already somehow introducing the activity of the working group, but let's say when it comes to the sustainability the activities we have been focusing over the last years has been publication of reports, research on decentralized AI, healthcare, decentralized healthcare, because we believe it's very relevant and ever increasing importance of the narrative. Then also when it comes to events that are covering these kind of topics, or as well, we are always happy as well to find someone that is willing to bring a project and actually bring a commercial opportunity for a consortium in which CVA is a member, and come to speak with us. I mean, if you want to join, you need to bring your passion, you need to bring your interest, you need to bring your time. Then, I mean, it's always up to you to decide how much time you can dedicate, but at the end of the day, we realize that you get what you give, and therefore, you know, contributing is very important. And yeah, for the future, the direction is somehow the same. We were actually discussing this week, and we have very exciting projects. And maybe on top of the topics I was discussing before, we were thinking about focusing on sustainable finance, green bonds, green fintech, built on the top of the blockchain layer, crypto layer. And yeah, again, it's also a question up to you if you have a specific topic you want to bring that connects to the sustainability narrative, come and talk to us. Voilà. Thank you.
Exactly. Thank you, Michele. Yes, bring your passion. I love that. And yes, it will be a bit more about finance next year as well. Now, Olga, would you like to say a few words? I mean, we are in your territory, your home turf, please.
Thank you, thank you. Pleasure to meet you all. So as Jerome introduced, I'm a co-chair of Western chapter, so the regional chapter of Crypto Value Association. We are more active in Geneva, in Lausanne. I'm personally based in Lausanne. And the main objective is also connect and connect members within the Western community, and also discuss all the topics which are interested and valuable for any particular moment. For example, our next event will be again in Geneva, 27th of November, and this event will be dedicated to stablecoins, which is also very up-to-date topic, and most of our corporate members and members based in Western part will be speaking there in the event. So this is for members. This is also and always fantastic opportunity to contribute and to increase the visibility for the community and contribute to the development of this sector. So I think I won't take any more time. Mario, thank you again for contribution for this event. So Mario also represents the corporate member, NGO member of Crypto Value Association, which is also specific type of membership, and it is very much appreciated. And yeah, the floor is yours.
Thank you very much, Olga, and some applause. So you heard it, great events ahead of us. And now I'm very looking forward to this one. It's up to Mario to tell us a bit more actually about Médecins Sans Frontières and give us some insight. And yeah.
Sorry, thank you very much. I need to look at the camera. So I am looking at you. Yes. Okay. It's good. Let's see the recording after that. Anyway, welcome everyone. It's great to see some familiar faces. Great to see the other faces. It's my sincere pleasure to welcome you at Doctors Without Borders. So I think a lot of you might be wondering what you guys are doing here. And who are we, and why are we here, and what are we doing? And this is why I'm taking the mic for a few minutes, just to explain that. But maybe just for those of you who don't really know us, we are an organization, we're a non-governmental organization, and you can read, I'm not going to repeat what's on the screen, but we basically provide medical care in situations of conflicts, of natural catastrophes, and what we call sanitary deserts, so places where healthcare does not exist. Usually people know us by name, they know our logo, and then when I ask, hey, do you know what we do? Then it gets a bit more murky, but so this is pretty much what we do. The question is more or less, why are you guys here? Why am I here? And why the Crypto Value Association? So basically, I'm in charge of our Web3 projects here at Doctors Without Borders. And we decided quite early on, about 2 years ago, to look into what we refer to as blockchain philanthropy, which is basically how are we able to leverage blockchain in support of what we call our social mission. So basically, in support of our programs around the world and our operations around the world. And I did start with a lot of curiosity and interest, but with very little knowledge. And I have to say, you can see my badge from the 23 Crypto Valley conference. Jerome was someone I spoke to even before we joined the Crypto Valley conference. We benefited from a lot of advice back in the day. And then it got us going and it got us started. And we basically 2 years later sit with 2 projects that I want to just discuss very quickly, very briefly, and counting on you to spread the good word afterwards, or maybe even become supporters through those projects. But basically, the idea is very simple, is that we do believe that there is a whole community that we are not speaking to today as an organization. There's a whole ecosystem that we wanted to be part of, because we believe that there's a lot of shared values between what we believe in, the way we do our work, and the way the community operates. Something you might not know about our organization that sets us apart from many, if not all of them, is that 98% of the 2.3 billion euros that constitute our annual operating budget comes from private sources and does not come from government sources. And this is something we've built it was something very tough and very hard to build. It's something we're very proud of because it's allowed us really to respond to needs only based on needs and never based on political agendas. It allows us to speak up where others are not able to. It allows us to scream and shout and point fingers. Sometimes we pay the price for it. But this financial independence and the fact that we rely on generations of supporters is basically really our unicity. And this is when we looked into the Web3 community at large, and we understood that, yes, we needed to do something all together. We needed to become part of that community at large, and we needed to see how supporters of today can already become financial supporters of our operations in cryptocurrency and the regulations in Switzerland and the ecosystem all over the country, whether we are in this part of the country or whether we're closer to Zug and all, has really inspired us, motivated us. We've met a lot of partners, we've met a lot of friends, we made a lot of friends over the way, and basically it got us to launch 2 projects. Our first project, Stake to Care, is a liquid staking project. Very, very simple. You connect your wallet, you decide how much you want to stake, and then you decide how much of it you want to stake for MSF. And as soon as you do that, the part that stakes for MSF goes into our vault and generates interest that goes into our wallet. It couldn't be simpler than that. What is very innovative for us, apart from the technology obviously, is that it constitutes a change of paradigm in many aspects, because we don't ask people to donate their wealth, and we don't really believe that this applies actually to this community, but we rather offer the possibility of co-creating wealth. So when you connect your wallet, you can choose to stake 100% of what you want to stake for MSF, or stake a part for yourself. We use the Lido protocol, for those who are familiar with, and you get your MSF ETH token in exchange of the ETH that you stake for us. This is a project we launched over a year ago. We stand at around 245 ETH staked into the project 1 year later. We're very happy, and we're continuing. We're now looking into promoting the project in a much wider way. And very soon we'll have different options. Today you stake in ETH in our project. In a few months you'll be able to stake in USDC as well. So just jumping the stablecoin wagon. The project is that you can access. You can see the window. You'll have the links at the end, but it's staketocare.msf.ch for those of you who want to look at it further. Art for Care was a second project, the second activity that we wanted, where we wanted to use NFTs as a way to engage the conversation. And we wanted to open that door through a collaboration with generative artists. So our first collection has started. It's called Field Impact. You will find it on Artblocks. It's a collaboration with a Geneva-based artist called Arvig, for those of you who know him. We have a very cool project that allows us to visualize MSF data. So every time you mint an NFT, the algorithm will go take 2 sets of data from one particular year in one particular country where we worked. So you'll get the number of vaccinations in Sierra Leone in 1997 and the number of consultations that we've had. The algorithm generates the NFT. The colors come from the color bank that we use in our reporting, and we thought it was a very cool way to visualize basically all the depth and the scope of our work. We decided on purpose not to have this NFT collection stand for a financial gain or cash grab operation. It's a 0.05 ETH selling price per NFT, and we decided to launch it with 1,000 editions because the objective of it is really to try to reach out and speak to people we don't really speak to today. So I'll leave it at that for now. Thank you for listening to me. Welcome, enjoy the panels. Please use the QR codes, scan, you can follow. You have the links to the two projects where you can have all the details. And do reach out, we'll be around afterwards for the cocktail. Please stay on. I look forward to chatting with you. And yeah, I guess I'll leave it at that. And I think we're done with the keynotes and with all the presentations.
Thank you very much, Mario, and a round of applause for you. No, the clicker. The one you're hiding. Thank you very much. So yes, we're done with the keynotes. Thank you again. And especially Mario, that was really interesting to actually know a bit more about Médecins Sans Frontières. I was one of them